Spencer.
And I'm disappointed.
And this is The Itch. And we're here to talk about PlayStation Now service.
Yeah. And it's a big whomping pile of Ruby shit.
Look at Ruby over here.
Look at Ruby. What you doing, girl? So, PlayStation Now service. If you don't know, what it is it's a service that provides you access to video games on the PlayStation 3, or that were made for the PlayStation 3. The way that it works on a few different devices, it works on the PlayStation 4, the PlayStation TV, which is like the mini console, and it also works on Sony televisions. Some of them have access to this. And what it is a server of about over 200 PlayStation 3 games, that you remote play, basically. So it accesses the games on the server, it then sends the video content to your console or TV or mini device, and then you can just play the game. There's two different payment plans for this thing. There's the subscription one, which is it at best price, buying 3 months at a time at $45, which is $15 a month. You're getting access to half of the library that they have. So does that make any sense to you?
No.
You pay a subscription fee saying, yes, continue to pay me because I love your service, but you're only giving me 50% of the games? What the hell?
That leads me to believe that they're the games that don't cost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Which therefore are probably not very good.
Yes. Yeah. So the other way to play the other 50% and the 50% they gave you access to is to individually rent the games. And there's 4 tiers at which you can rent these games at. If I remember correctly, it's like 4 hours, 24 hours, I think 72 hours, and then 90 days, or 30 days, I think is one of them too. I know 90 days is the longest you can rent a game for. And the prices on this vary. And we'll get into why the prices vary in a second here, but the prices range anywhere from $2 all the way to $40 to rent a game.
It's crazy. And if you're using the subscription one, you're getting like Kane and Lynch or something like that.
Yeah, you're getting like Moto G Racer. Actually, one of the most expensive ones on there is a dirt bike racing game. It's $40 to rent for 90 days.
Wow. It's
ridiculous. Now, I think this service is a great idea. It's fantastic because the console, the PlayStation 4, does not have the emulator or the hardware to play PlayStation 3 games. But this is a way that Sony came up with to provide us with that. Great. Love it. Then it came down to the pricing. And that's what kills it for everybody. And the restricted library, that you don't get access to everything when you're paying $15 a month. That's $180 a year.
That'd be like if on Netflix it showed you that there were some videos there, but they were like blacked out.
Yeah, you couldn't play them because you need to individually rent them.
Yeah.
Like that, it's just such a horrible execution, but it's a great idea. They just executed it horribly. So it comes down to the fact that Sony provided this fantastic service, and then they said, all right, publishers, put your stuff out there. Give us things to give to these people. And then they said, yeah, go ahead, set your prices or whatever. Like, go ahead, yeah. So the publishers set the price at which you rent these individual games. And they also gave the rights whether or not a game was going to be on the subscription fee or not. So the publishers
are... Of course, the publishers are like, fuck no.
Yeah, we want more money for these games that are just going to sit in a library and do nothing. They're just going to be basically plastic. Wasting plastic in a dumpster somewhere. Wasting hard drive space somewhere. Let's fucking charge them up the ass and get money for these things, because people are going to be all nostalgic and want to pay money for games that they used to love. I am so disappointed in publishers. I do have to say, if the developers of these games are actually getting paid, I'm happy that they're getting money out of this.
Yeah.
But very disappointed in the publishers for milking this, because I can go to right now, like just the base thing, rent for 4 hours is $3, around $3. I go up to Redbox and I rent a game for $3 for 24 hours. But that's like $6 to $8 on PlayStation Now. Yeah, I don't have to drive. I don't have to wait for gas. The closest Redbox to me is like 0.25 miles. I can walk there and get my game without wasting any other expenses besides my time. And if I'm going to sit on the couch and play video games, I have time to spend. So, publishers?
Yeah, I hear that.
But at PlayStation, I agree that the service is fantastic. It's a great idea. It's a great utilization of technology right now. But reel in those publishers. Do something about the cost of this service, and make sure that this service doesn't kill your PlayStation Store.
And I like the idea of them putting the PS2 games on there, because there's a lot of PS2 games that aren't on the PlayStation Store, like Dragon Quest VIII. So they could really bring those back and just make me pay. I'll pay $10 to have that for like 90 days or something. I'd do it. I'd pay it.
Or $20 to own it.
Hey, if they do that, that'd be even better. But
PlayStation Store.
Until they do that, bring it like this. That's fine. I don't care.
But see, my thoughts on it is, why does this service have to exist at all? In my head, it's like, yeah, I understand wanting to have access to all these different video games for a subscription fee, like GameFly. You have access to all these different games on GameFly for $15 a month. Yeah, it's one game a month. Yeah, that's their funnel, their bottleneck.
Yeah,
is you can get one game out at a time for $15 a month. This service allows unlimited play. So if you pick up a game and you don't like it, close it, open another. That's great. But $15 a month is a great price for that service. But give me access to all 200 games, your full library, and the rental part. I understand that it's an option. I don't think it's a viable option for me. I would rather just pay the $15 a month. I would pay the $15 a month if I had access to all of these games.
Yeah.
But knowing that if I pay $15 a month and then next month some game comes out that I really want, but it's not on my subscription, I have to then shell out more money for. That's just shit. What are you doing?
Yeah, Sony. What are you doing?
That's all I got to say on the subject.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm somebody.
You're certainly not producer Eric.
Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to this video. We produce new videos
every week.
Love you, JD.